Hey, welcome. It's Brian, and this is Guitar Solo Reactions. Today we have David Sylvian joined by Robert Fripp, Trey Gunn, and Pat Mastelotto. Those three played quite a bit together with different versions of King Crimson and did two incredible records, at least with Robert Fripp. David Sylvian did. And the first day, Damaged Live, and Darshan. So if you're not familiar with David Sylvian, but you love Robert Fripp, I don't know how you wouldn't know about these records, but the live one itself, Damage, is incredible. And this may be from a tour around that time, I'm not sure. But also, Robert Fripp had an incredibly cool band called Someday All Over the World right around 91 that included Trey Gunn, Paul Beavis on drums, him on guitar, and of course Toya on vocals. So he had kind of been toying with this kind of area of, I don't know what you would call it, just kind of great kind of atmospheric alternative music. I don't know what they called it, but who cares? So here we go. David Sylvian, Robert Fripp doing the song Firepower.
The door and breaks his watch, breaks the bridge and eats the lot. The wolf of silence pours a thought, choose the herd inside him. Place the barrel at his head, raging, blind and rising, cursed by saints and all the rest. He can't stand up for trying, shot through with anger and desire, a mouth to feed, a room for hide. Drinks goodbyes, the bottle dry, brutalized but smiling, causing casualties by the hour, when laid by stars of firepower. Casualties by the hour, we laid by stars of firepower.
Michael Brooks is this other guitar player. And I think when these records came around, the first one, that it was basically Robert Fripp and David Sylvian and Trey Gunn. I think they wrote a lot of these songs together. And Trey is, of course, playing the Chapman stick there, doing a lot of the bass lines and all of that. And it sounds like Michael Brooks, the other guitar player, is doing some of these longer stuff. So do yourself a favor, if you haven't heard these records, they're really, really interesting, and I think David Sylvian's got a great voice. He was previously in the band Japan with Mick Karn on bass, incredible bass player.
The door and breaks the lock, afraid to sleep, he won't let up. The room for silence pours a thought, choose the herd inside him.
space, kind of atmospheric stuff by Michael. There we have it. David Sylvian, Robert Fripp, Paul Mastelotto, Trey Gunn, and Michael Brooks, and doing this great atmospheric music with lots of great solos by Robert Fripp. I, in fact, consider the first day and the live record Damage to be some of Robert's greatest soloing. He has all of this room to create these cool textures, and he's not really doing a lot of intricate parts. And Trey is kind of holding down some of the bass lines and really cool stuff all around. But and then you have Michael Brooks, who, at least on this record, the live record Damage, is doing all these cool textures and kind of punctuated hits and stuff like that, kind of creating a foil to Robert Fripp, who is using kind of those, a lot of times, the kind of versions of using those versions of Frippatronics and kind of these long synthy, fuzzed out solos that he is so incredible at. And taking a lot of liberties too, at least live. But do yourself a favor, like I said, please check these records out. There's 2 studio records and then this live one. But what's interesting about the first record, The First Day, Mark Anderson is the percussionist, and he did many, many records with this incredible guitar player, Steve Tibbetts, who I love as well. Nothing really like this. But the producer of this was David Botrill, who I know he's produced Mastodon and I think Tool and all sorts of cool, heavier bands, and just a really unique producer. And I think even a King Crimson record, it might have been Thrak, not sure. So just all around, just a really cool band. And don't forget, in '91, and that's might would have led up to this, Robert Fripp and Trey with Toya and Paul Beavis on drums had Sunday All Over the World, and that was more of like an extension of King Crimson in a certain way. Um, and so I can see that as that's kind of like the link between '80s King Crimson and then this band then going on to Thrak, the record in '95. So just lots of great guitar playing from Robert from the basically early '90s, and always great guitar playing. But I just really like this period of his playing as well, much like many of the other ones. But there's just a lot more guitar playing, it seems like, between '90 and '95 or so. So, anyway, I am Brian. Thanks for watching.